Mark in the count. The swing arm now coming back as our countdown continues.
Good afternoon if you're watching this live. It's me, Brick Something, with the Brick Something News, which is BS because it's actually the needless ephemera we saw. We don't always talk news, and today's a really good example of that. We are just going to BS with a toy friend, with this guy. ToyFarce, what's up, man?
Hi.
Yeah, that one.
How are you doing?
Thank you so much for hanging out today. For those of you watching the live, I think the plan is that I would do a live before this and talk about it. But that said, this is pre-recorded.
No, let's pretend we are live. We can read the chat every now and then and bring up random names.
Okay, cool. We'll do. This is live. But yeah,
nice
time
comment.
zones. Yeah, that was good. Did you see what Ronald just said there about your beard looking good? So anyway, that's that. I'm glad to sit here. The last time I got to sit down with this guy was actually pre-collection Nexus Fig Bunker. It just came to my brain.
Yes, that was the one.
Ronald, Drew, and Jesse. I think it was mainly Ronald first, but they were kind of a crew doing their thing called Fig Bunker, and then they transformed into what we now know as the Collection Nexus. We were talking about...
It was an episode about bootlegs, I think, or third parties or something like that.
I think we might have done two. And yeah, there was that. And then there was something about Kickstarters, because all I remember is Jesse getting red in the face talking about the Spawn Kickstarter. But yes.
That sounds like
anyway. Happy New Year to you. I hope everything's good where you're at. Can you explain to folks where you're at? And I'll talk about my stupid confusion.
Well, I am living in Finland in the north of Europe, but I am from France. So that's always like the trick. People think either I'm Finnish or I'm from another French-speaking country, which leads us to...
Why I thought for some reason he was in Belgium, but my bad. For the Americans, yeah, he was saying a bunch of names. For the Americans, all you need to know is that it's not in the United States. Okay, so... no, but thank you, man. Thank you for agreeing to hang out. It's really early where I'm at. I think it's getting later for you, like probably.
Yeah, we're
later.
10 hours difference. Okay. You're in the morning, I'm in the evening.
Yes, it is 2026 where you're at. We are both toy collecting. And I think that's the coolest thing about modern toy collecting is, aside from just the amazing toy, here, I'm just gonna grab this, is on my shelf, just the amazing kind of stuff that we get and the quality, the fact that we can share it all kind of in this sometimes annoying thing called the internet, but we can all just sort of, hey, check out what I got. This is what I'm into. You were just telling me that you're getting some stuff from, like, I know our Target exclusives. I'm like, wait, how are you getting that? And so you were telling me you've got a buddy, like, I'm assuming
Ryan Carper, that I met in the Discord of like Toy Migos and every possible of those. Like every now and then he asks me, hey, do you want something? I'm at Target. I'm like, do they have those? And he's just like, yeah, I just grab them and sends them over.
Shout out Ryan. Yeah, so definitely. It's like if there are good things about the internet, and I'm trying my best in 2026 to be positive, if there's good things about living in 2026, not only do we have amazing toys, but we can share them with people all over the world. We can have this kind of shared community that's like everywhere. You just mentioned Discord. I'm on Toy Migos Discord with you. We share stuff all the time. It's like, oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah, thanks for checking this out or sharing this or whatever it is. And effectively, like, I remember growing up being a nerd, being into the nerdy things that I was, and just sort of being a little bit isolated sometimes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a couple of friends that were also into video games and animes and stuff. So we had a small crew of That's still to this day, I talk to them every day. It's like we remain friends since like we were like 9 or 10, and we're still
wonderful
friends because we were into that nerdy crap back then.
And you were born and raised in France and now moved to Finland. So like even the fact that, again, coming back to the internet, you can still keep in touch easier with those folks, even though I'm assuming.
Definitely, with WhatsApp and Messenger and all that. Like that's a lot easier than having to call them and have a huge bill every month because of the calls to another country.
Yeah, or I don't know if you did this. So we were talking about punk rock before. Did you ever do, or I don't know if this was big in Europe, but we used to do this thing where you have these tones that you would play on payphones, and it would count as like coins.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a thing that we did. Not me, never. But you go to Radio Shack, you get this thing, and it would play the tones that a payphone would read as a coin drop.
Yeah.
You could talk.
It rings a bell. Yeah. We had a similar thing in France. Yeah.
I bring that up because I was there were some people in Europe that I would talk to doing zine stuff, or they were touring. They're gonna a punk band. They were gonna come here, and we were just exchanging stuff. I did an interview once with a European band. Sorry, I may have or may not have done an interview once doing this thing. Anyways, all that to say is, man, shit's easier now in 2026.
Yeah.
And whether it's toys, whether it's like laughing at the same kind of crap with somebody like on another part of the world, or being like, did you see this toy? And I bring that all up because that's kind of at the heart of what you do, I feel like, as ToyFarce. Can you tell folks a little bit about your satirical life? Yeah.
I've always been like kind of like the funny guy of the group. Like in school, I was the one that's always making a joke in class and then getting go to the corner. Okay, fine.
We call
like
that
the Bart Simpson of the class.
Yeah, I was gonna say they used to call that the class clown or whatever is the French equivalent. What do you call those kids?
Well, class clown literally in French, like the clown de la classe.
That's not as fun, but okay.
No, certainly.
Is it like a harlequin?
Harlequin.
Yeah.
Like a mime. Anyway. Yeah, I was doing miming.
Okay, so that was you. I'm curious, Catholic school? Were there nuns that were mad at you? Okay.
Good old normal school.
I suffered through
multicultural and all that.
Okay, so they're dealing with you as a kid making these jokes. I could see it like in the ToyFarce documentary of you like doing some comic book or whatever, a little kid, and then fast forward to you now on the internet.
The interview of my teacher was like, he was always making jokes. He was never serious.
And now look at him. Okay, so but where do you do this stuff? Because I know you do this pretty regularly. Can you let the folks know before we go into kind of your background and stuff?
Yeah, sure. Well, ToyFarce, every Monday and Friday, I post a parody satirical article making fun of either something that happened or an idea that I had back then. Here we are. I post on Toy News International, a real website, which that's the thing.
An actual website.
Sometimes I'm like, is this real? Like, well, no, but yes.
It's like The Onion. I don't know. Yes, I'm assuming
that's
you're
what
familiar.
I'm trying. Yeah, that's what I went for. Like,
here, real quick, is this parody down here? We've been around for the blog for 20 plus
commercial
years.
From Google.
Man, hold on a second. Okay, so we were talking about it's 2026. I'm turning 50 this year, and I'm pretty sure that was an ad for a
retirement home or something.
Boo!
The algorithm is on to you.
Oh man. Okay, sorry. So you post them here on curious, how did you hook up with Toy News Eye? Were you like on the forums before, or?
It was like in 2021. I had sent a message to a few big pages or even Toyfluencer or whatever, Toy Tubers and all, saying like just before the 1st of April, like, hey, I'm doing jokes. This is the 1st of April soon. Would you like to collab and all? And I think JC from Toy News International was one of the first to reply, like, if you want to do some joke post on the website, please go ahead. So I made a post. I think the first one was like Yankee candles that smell like, like fresh collector, fresh action figure and all that.
Plastic
Like,
smell.
Master of the Universe smell, Transformer smell, and stuff like that. And it made him laugh and all. And a few months later, he just sent me like, would you like to post exclusively on the website then? Because like that could bring more eyes to your stuff and all. And I like what you do. So let's collab. And I was like, yes, please.
That's awesome.
I had my ToyFarce.com before that I made like with Squarespace in 5 minutes. Like I didn't know much back then about website making, and now I know a lot more about it. And I could have done things better back then, but now I get to post there.
You don't
2 articles per week plus 1 review every Wednesday.
Yes, which is actually kind of cool. It kind of like, again, sorry, I just realized this as you say that. It reminds me of The Onion, because there was always the movie reviews, right? That eventually kind of became its own thing. But it's kind of cool that you get to joke about toys and then look at toys stuff as well. I love that. So we got to get your takes on toys. And often the toys that you pick have they have their own sort of sense of humor. Like you did the I don't mean to, sorry, I should rephrase that, or maybe not, whatever. But like you did the Black Series Christmas ones, or you did, Deadpool, which has its, I would say, very comedy adjacent. But I say that because the Black Series ones, I don't know how many toy
holiday editions.
Yeah, I don't know how many toy websites or toy tubers are like, let's take a serious look at, and review them.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. Yes. But anyway, so that's cool. I love that. And shout out to JC. I love watching. I used to watch it a lot more regularly. I need to get back to it. The algorithm kind of hides stuff. I realized that because I was like, wait, they haven't posted anything, but they do. I just don't see it. But his news stuff and his lives, I used to hang out in his lives every now and then when I could catch him, which is funny because he's a great dude, but he doesn't, he'll joke around, but he seems pretty like straight. So for him to be the one who's like, yes, let's put comedy on the website, I'm like, okay, that's cool.
He uses me to make the jokes, and then so in the worst case, if something goes wrong, he can say, it was not me, it was this guy. Nah.
And back to the internet of it all, have you actually ever met JC in real life, or is it just
not in
online?
person? No, not yet.
Isn't that amazing?
I haven't been to the US apart for like one short trip in Las Vegas like 4 years ago, but I haven't been to the US since, so I haven't met him in person since posting on the website. So
I see. Okay, very cool. But I love that you have this relationship. And then do you develop like is it a Toy News Eye blue that's required and the font and everything? How did that work out?
Well, that's the funny thing, because Toy News International has been like my first bookmark on my web browser since like the beginning of the website, pretty much. So when I started to make a website, my first idea was like, I have to make it like blue because it will look like Toy News International, like kind of parodying it. And in the end, I ended up posting on it right away.
That's hilarious. So you were chasing the parody of Toy News Eye already.
Kinda. It worked itself into, like in wrestling, they say like I worked myself into a shoot.
That's awesome. And again, I clicked on one, but if folks aren't familiar, it's not just it's again, I don't mean to minimize it, and it sounds like you're conscious of this comparison, but it's like The Onion. The headline itself, hilarious. Click through, even more gold throughout. So this one's all about the Mondo. And what I appreciate about it is that, as cool as these toys are, cool with like a big capital C grimdark. Oh man, they're cool. It's also ridiculous. I mean, it's just like, come on, dude. It's a big blue dude with 2 heads, and he's naked, and you can see his butt, and he's got goofy faces like this. And so that's the funny thing about collectors, right? It's like they're way too expensive. We are in love with things that are from our childhood. They're fun, like inherently. And yes, maybe even the obsession with cool is this like we're stuck in adolescence almost, right? It's like, I'm sorry, like I look at Zack Snyder's films, and I was like, that dude got stuck. Like his at least his aesthetic development was like, oh, give me the best was yeah, right. Or when it was the best, me and my buddy went to actually go see this film, the one with all the women, and it's like anime. Yes, and I mean, if that is movie. Yes, if that is not the exploration of being stuck on a thing, right? And in a good way. Like, I laugh at it. I think it's hilarious, but also, yeah, no, let's celebrate. It's ridiculous. Look, boobs and robots and whatever it is, right? It's not meant to be taken too seriously. But that's
I feel
the
like
irony.
It's a thing also of our generation. When I say our generation, even though we are not the same age, but our kind of generation, first of all, we look younger and more handsome.
Yeah.
And then we're all kind of stuck on all the stuff from our childhood. Like I know many adults that would still talk about Ninja Turtles and Master of the Universe, even non-collectors.
Yep.
So it seems that our generation, we really had such an awesome childhood that we kind of don't want to let go, though.
Yeah. No, and I think
like I have stuff there too. Yeah.
It's this interesting combination of like, I don't know, of a certain wisdom of like, don't forget your childhood, be joyful, but also crass capitalism, where they like corporations literally programmed us during that time period, and we're allowed to, at least here in the States.
Master of the Universe being a great example. Like it was literally a cartoon made to sell toys. Like
they like in the United States, we were allowed to in the 80s because they deregulated things. So like, yeah, you can advertise to kids, go for it. And it worked. And here we are, what, 40 years later, 30 years later, like taking our income and being like, no, you corporation should have my money, not me. So you have to laugh at it, I think, almost to kind of cope with the like, if we sat too long to sit there and be serious about what has happened, we might be crying. But yes. And all this, I love it. Yeah. This, speaking of He-Man, I just think it's hilarious. Okay, now I don't mean to body shame, but most of my collector friends we don't look like that. But it's so funny. We all love it. We think it's so cool. But then if like in our reality, it's like, dude, let's achieve this in real life. Okay. And like our understanding of achieving it in real life. Yeah. But what it is instead is like the achieve it in real life isn't let me go work out and look like that. Let me save up about $120 and put it on my shelf. I've achieved it. Check.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, it's going to be difficult to find a living skeleton to fight against.
That's true. That's true. This is true. All right. So let's pause on the toy talk because that's what it's about. You do, I think even on your IG, it's listed like right at the top. Where is it? No, that's not it. Hold on. I got to find it. Sorry. See, this is the high-tech slickness.
Spoilers.
It's right here. Like satire and parody, a particular type of comedy. Is that something you've always gravitated towards?
Yeah, 100%. Well, in France, for example, like as it's famously known, we have the Charlie Hebdo magazine, which was a satirical magazine that had a terrorist attack a few years ago. Hashtag Je suis Charlie.
Yep.
It's part of kind of the culture in France that we have an evening show right before the news where it's like basically a satire of the news.
Nice.
Made by puppets that look like actors and politicians and all. So it's like I grew up with always satire and parody around. And then I ended up playing even in the music bands that were parodies of the genre that they were doing and all that. Like
wait,
I've always kind of done.
You played in the bands too?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay, so when I was talking about, so talk to me real quick about it. So, like, what kind of bands were you? Like, what kind of, I guess, genre and sounds were you doing bands and then doing parody?
I had a band, a black metal band, which we were making fun of all of the big context and all in black metal, like making complete like parody of it, like exaggerating everything.
Love it.
And for the name, like the band, there was already dissection and amputation, so we were Circoncision.
That's awesome. Did it have a full-on logo? I want to see Circumcision.
You might not be able to have it because there's a penis on it.
Okay. That's excellent.
But it was drawn by Christophe Spachdel, the guy who did the logo for Emperor and Immortal, an actual band, and he made our logos as well.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And I'm sure that's got to be one of his favorites. That's awesome. Okay.
He does remember the emails. And I even have the backdrop for the gigs with the logo in huge, and I still have it somewhere. It's just like,
you had like
what am I going to do with that ever?
You had like a big fabric thing?
It was on top of my bed for years, but at some point I had to remove it because I kind of wanted to have a girlfriend or stuff like that.
How do you even search it? I tried to search it right now, and it's like a circumcision band typically refers to devices like the plastic belt or shangri. Like, no, that's not what I'm looking for.
The UM in the word, replace it by ON because that's the French spelling of it.
CIRCON, cision.
And the thing is, for example, there was a like the French version of, American Idol, let's say. There was a woman that went there and that did a horribly stupid song that everybody made fun of her immediately and all. We immediately covered that song in black metal version. Yep.
Is this it?
There it is.
That's amazing. Okay. Which makeup black metal musician are you here? Are you?
I'm the one in the middle with the long curly hair.
This is you?
My hair, yes.
Did you have a name? You had to have had a name. What was your name?
So the drummer was Hagen Blast. The bassist was like Babybel Zebub. Babybel, like Babybel the cheese and Babybel Zebub.
Okay.
The other guitarist was Gargouille, which is like gargoyle in French, and I was like Trou de Baal, which is like a pun with the word like butthole, but with Baal instead of.
Oh, that's amazing. So how long ago was this? About
10, 15 years. It lasted for a while. We toured and everything. We went to Paris to play some gigs. We even met the woman that we made the cover from the American Idol show in France.
Oh, no kidding.
And we have a video clip from that has been seen 250,000 times on YouTube, and we don't even know why.
This is so there you are with your Emperor shirt, and then so I kind of we'll see. I don't know if I whatever. I don't know how that works. What do? They just mean it can't be monetized? Is that it?
I have no idea. In the worst case, you can go slightly on the side and you can see behind us the backdrop.
If I am if this episode is not monetized, it's okay. I don't make any money on this stuff anyways. But that's amazing. That is amazing. This is
so even in music, I couldn't have a serious band. It had to be some sort of parody of everything.
Dude, this is straight up. This is not what you think it is. It is like Xenomorph.
Yes, it is. It's a Giger and through the Giger design.
Yes, this is Shai Hulud. May his water bring us whatever. Yes, Dune. Wonderful, dude. That is awesome. I didn't know we were going here today, and I'm really glad to hear it. You mentioned when I asked you about this, I was like, hey, tell me a little bit of your background. Like, I know you were mentioning other bands and musicians who did this. I don't know if you mentioned it, I missed it, my bad. But if I don't think you mentioned it, but like I was in a band that did this, and that's amazing. So did you?
And even in Finland, when I moved here, I joined a band with some coworkers, which was like the low-level lovers, because we were like developers and all, like working in IT. And once a customer asked for low-level developers, and one of us made the joke like, well, how about a low-level lover? And it was just a cover band, but we still had a funny name, and we were kind of making jokes between songs and all. It wasn't really. It didn't really go anywhere, and we split up when everybody kind of left the company and all that. So
I tried to look it up on YouTube right now, Circoncision band, and just what comes up is comedy gold. It's just it's not at all.
Well, the pink dress, that's me.
Okay. Anyway, and then Low Level Lovers was another band.
So yeah, I did have some serious bands here and there as well in the middle.
Flashback to Facebook. Facebook
MySpace.
Music.
MySpace would be.
Yeah. MySpace, I guess so. And you did cassettes. Look at you guys. That's awesome. Low level lovers. I love it. That's so cool. I love it, man. Good stuff. Yeah, you can't not, I guess. It really is in your DNA, not, man. Look at that. This is perfect.
It is exactly that.
I'm assuming this is you, or is somebody else in the band?
I probably sent it in a group chat and then it was posted on the page.
It's perfect. Love that death metal, a Gatling gun. Metalcore's. Oh man, I love it. That's cool, man. That is great. So you've been doing music, you've been doing band. So I'm assuming, and I know this because I asked you.
No, let's pretend you didn't.
Okay, no, I can't do that fake, talk show thing. But you're into bands and other bands who did this, including this. I'm not going to hit play because I don't mind the demonetizing. I just don't want the thing taken down because of copyright. Hopefully, I can show a still image. Yes. I was telling you I grew up in Downey, and I want to say he was either born in Downey or went to high school, one or the other. This is Weird Al Yankovic, and I also know he had like some crossover in Norwalk. Classic. I'm fat during the bad era, but he's done everything. He's been around forever. I remember.
Yeah, and he's still touring today.
Yes, he 100%.
He also does not age somehow because he is like really, really old at this point, and he still looks exactly the same. So
I hope I can play this. Whatever copyright strikes, that's whack. But yeah, Weird Al still doing his thing. And I have friends who have actually gone regularly to go see him, like yourself, like hardcore fans.
I have yet to see him because he doesn't play often in Europe, but yeah, that would be I would definitely go for.
Fun fact, my very, very first instrument that I ever took a lesson in was the accordion.
Oh, for it. Nice.
Weird. I don't know. My mom is a pianist. She actually taught taught piano in our neighborhood, but for some reason her and my dad got it in their heads. They're like, oh, maybe he won't learn piano first. Let's learn this. And it was kind of that. It was rad though. Like it was to me, I remember thinking of it like it's a puzzle because piano, it's in front of you, left, right, you're doing your thing. You're a musician, so you get this. But you're playing the chords, and the chords are essentially pre-selected by buttons.
And you do the rhythm by moving the other parts.
You do
and all,
exactly.
And there's also small buttons on the other part, which I'm not really
that's
sure
what
exactly
I mean.
What they do. Yeah,
that's what I mean. For me, since I'm right-handed, the left hand where the buttons were chords, so they were in a weird arrangement layout. So you just kind of had to know, okay, this is that chord, and then you're doing the rhythm, and then you're doing the melody. And it was a trip. And I bring that up because there's something about the comedy brain and the musician brain that, like, if I put those together, I've always like, oh, I know why Weird Al is the way he is. Because, and I'm assuming you're in tech because you're saying you're low-level developers.
Yeah, in IT, well, more translation side, but yeah.
There's something in that that way of thinking, like a very sort of like functional. I think that just makes a perfect brain for comedy. So, and the kind of comedy that Weird Al does. So I love that. Do you have a favorite Weird Al parody?
The White and Nerdy, when it came out, I was playing it in a loop for weeks.
Eminem. Love it. Okay, and then this was one that it's like you told me about. I'm like, why do I know that name? But I don't think it ever was actually on my radar. But Steel Panther.
You have to try to listen to a few songs then, because it's just like exaggerately making fun of all the glam metal kind of thing.
I love it. I'm so enamored by this.
Free cocaine.
So they do their thing, and you were telling me they started as a Motley Crue cover band, and then just
they were doing cover band at Whiskey a Go Go in LA.
In LA, and 50th anniversary.
That's already the 15th anniversary of their first
15th,
album.
Wow. Yes, 15th. That's what I'm telling you, man.
Crazy.
Tell me about it. But they got it down to a T, man. Every perfectly coiffed hair.
The last one with the blonde hair on stage is the bassist, but whenever they're between songs, he has like a mirror and he's just fixing his hair all the time and all exaggeratedly and like making faces at it and all.
Dude, that's like white Milli Vanilli right there. That's what that is. That's crazy. They're full on doing their thing, and then they've got I wonder if I could get away with playing this. Well, we'll see. But there they are. Maybe that's the most I'll do. But I gotta check this out. The title of this track, and again, I didn't know about it, so I just did a quick search. This was The Burden of Being Wonderful. I was like, okay. Does Jude play upright bass, double bass in the band usually, or
I played bass and guitar depending of when. Like at some, I started as the bassist, and then I just did the rhythm guitar because the other guy was better at the bass than me.
Gotcha. Sorry, my bad. I meant in Steel Panther. Does he play a double bass like this, a stand-up bass?
No, he has a normal bass, electric bass, and all. That's just for the clip, I guess.
I was gonna say that. That's kind of a fun little thing. Right on. I gotta check these guys out for sure. I grew up in LA too, and again the 80s, and so it was hard not to escape this stuff, and it was out everywhere, like as you know. MTV was like this. Which actually probably explains a whole lot. Yes. I'm keeping it alive, I think, with my show intro. But yeah, it was like hair glam metal. And then it was like, and then eventually like, you know, MTV Raps. Yeah, they tried to fight it, but it was there. Freaking MTV. And then grunge. It was like a bunch of stuff, right? R&B. But I feel like this is the hair metal era is like that cross section of everything, like big hair, super sexy all the time, trying to be but cheesy, and then still like, come on, hair metal is kind of a parody because it still has that like rockin', like they like we're so tough, but it hits this line of like, yeah, and you're like androgynous at best, or you straight up look like a woman. Like it's kind of like it's comedic. Like you can't write
leather thongs and stuff, and you're like, you're
no, I get it. The best is dude from Judas Priest. I love it, man. Made a career in leather and then comes out and I was like, yes. Cool stuff. So that makes sense. Okay, so you're bringing this kind of stuff to the toy collecting. Have toys always been part of your thing too?
Yes, I am a second generation collector. Actually, my dad collected old Star Wars vintage figures when I was a kid, and my mom collected like the Smurfs, the small Peyo. I had brand, like Schleich, something like that. The tiny PVC Smurfs.
Yes, we had a couple of the Peyo as a kid. We had just like maybe 3 or 4 Smurfs, but for some reason ended up with a Smurf house that they made with
the mushrooms.
Top. Yeah. I don't know how we ended up, probably a garage sale thing, but we only had the one. So I was laughing when you said second generation. My dad collected Kenner Star Wars, and I was like, oh, that's me. But but he was older. I guess like he was around when Star Wars hit. He would.
My father was older than me. Yes.
See, I got that right. But he would have been like prime, adult being excited by something like Star Wars. But do you know if he was nerdy, like into that kind of stuff before? Like, was he into comics and like French comics?
I guess so, because like when I was a kid, my parents showed me like Beetlejuice and all sorts of movies, the Tim Burton movies in general. Even like it's not something that necessarily everybody plays to their kid, for example.
Yes.
But I know, in terms of sci-fi movies and stuff, he knew what to show me when I was growing up. So
love it.
He was into it.
So you were a second generation collector, and then so when you were growing up, what were the toys in France that what was big there? Tell me about French pop culture, like where.
Well, there were some Asterix and Lucky Luke and all that toys back then. But mostly the imported toys from the US, of course, like the Batman animated series, Toy Biz Spider-Man, and all that. I was into that.
What were the prices like? As a kid, were they like really expensive imports or?
No, the stuff that we could find in supermarkets, they were like pretty much the same prices in the US, I would imagine.
So,
maybe
were
a
they like
slight
licensed by a
markup for
French
the
company, probably?
importing. Yeah, they had some like Lance and Giochi Preziosi, an Italian company that brought them all to Europe.
Okay. Nice. All right. I love it. So you're growing up on this stuff, and then was there a like the people in the US often cite, oh, well, I think you said it earlier, you wanted to have like a girlfriend or something, but is there a point where you stopped collecting and then came back to it?
Well, I guess, yeah, everybody kind of does, like in the teenage years where you're like an idiot. That's when you're
you want
like,
to be an idiot without
I know
toy.
better than everybody, and this is for children, and then you get back to it inevitably a few years later.
What brought you back?
I don't think I really had a clean break though, because I was still buying the odd thing here and there. It was right during the McFarlane Toys Spawn line, so I was picking and choosing Spawn here and there, or whatever, the Kiss figures from McFarlane Toys and all that. Like I was still picking up stuff, and eventually got back to it with DC Direct when they were doing like the Green Lantern comic books figures and all that. I was like, okay, I guess I'm back in, grabbing entire waves and all that.
Well, that would have been actually the perfect thing. So we were talking about how, like, you know, we were raised and like and trained to be toy consumers and pop culture consumers. Mission accomplished. But also McFarlane was real smart at that time because you know, he'd done the comic thing and was clearly catering to kind of an older audience, even in the comics, trying to get all dark. But then when he did the toys, that stuff was like that collected the adult. That created the adult toy market, really. Like in that he was creating them. You could buy them at a Kmart, which is where I remember seeing those were KB here back in the day, Toys R Us. But also, like, you'd go into your comic shop, and of course they had McFarlane toys there because it was like, dude, this is our boy. He did Spawn, you know, he did that awesome Spider-Man cover that you love, but now he's making toys. And so there was like this bridge of, even if you were older and trying to be cool, you'd be like, no, but these are meant for like, oh, these are edgy, right?
There is blood on them. Like it's adult. It's not for children anymore.
This is, so I just realized that in my head. Dude,
and with all the crap that we give him, Todd McFarlane, like he created NECA, and all those companies wouldn't be here without Todd, I'm pretty sure. But
what's so we were talking about Sucker Punch earlier, but it's like I just realized, man, that dude is like a parody of a parody, because it was like he was almost channeling what Todd was already kind of bringing back. Anyway, whatever. What do you call that? Inception. It's grimdark Inception. But I wonder, my brain is going all over the place, but when you said Kiss, what were they called? The Psycho Circus, is that right?
There was a wave of just the 4 members of the band, and then when the Psycho Circus album, he made the comic book and he made the figures with like some sort of like clowns and circus guys and all with them.
Yeah, I'm really curious, and I'm looking it up right now in terms of like the company history, because Four Horsemen, they have a site on their website. They have a section of like their what they worked on before. Yeah, what they worked on before.
McFarlane Toys.
They worked on McFarlane Toys, and they actually at some, I don't need to find them right now, but they list out all the different ones that they work on too. I wonder if they worked on those Kiss ones. I'm curious, but those were really cool sculpts, the regular Kiss ones, and then I remember the Psycho Circus, which were the ultra grimdark comic.
I found out recently that when the Frankenstein figure from Figura Obscura from Four Horsemen came out, when I was researching, like checking on the website what they were saying, and they said that Eric Treadaway did the sculpt of this one, and he also did the Frankenstein, the mini, like 3.75 inch from McFarlane Toys back then. So I was like, I had this one as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the Drew line.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you've always been collecting, generally speaking. You're back. What are you buying now before I throw a different parody band at you? But yeah, what are you buying now? What's your thing?
How much time do we have? I can list the stuff I don't buy. That would be faster, I guess.
So you buy a lot of different things. Do you try to be
Yeah.
complete on them, or do you just kind of like to dabble and find the ones you like?
I used to be more completist, but a few lines have turned me like the Mythic Legions and the DC Multiverse from Todd McFarlane, which is like there's so many that I can't get them all. So I just started to just get one here and there and all that, and then I learned that I don't have to buy entire waves anymore.
Right.
But before that it was always like, I need the full set.
Yeah. But now I see you're wearing an Operation Monster Force. So you're also like actively looking at some of the newer things that aren't necessarily tied to the nostalgia.
I love whenever there is a Kickstarter or anything, I do try to back them and get something new. That's always nice to bring new stuff to the table.
I'm with you on that. As you know, I'm all about looking at indies, and especially the stuff that, you know, I don't back everything contrary to public belief, but the stuff that I just find particularly interesting for whatever reason, right? Like, so like the Monster Force, I find fascinating because it's made clearly by people. Speaking of the sort of Inception copy of a copy, these are people who loved probably the stuff in the past and are now making new toys, but they're building that into the DNA, whether it's Monsters or G.I. Joe or, you know,
it's military and monsters mixed, like perfect.
And along the way they're like, hey, let's do a nod to Johnny Quest, let's do a nod to all sorts of stuff. What's the dude, oh my gosh, he was in Mandalorian and Rocky, actor who they have a head sculpt of him in that general. He was in Adam Sandler, anyways.
Carl Weathers.
Thank you. Yes. But like they're embedding all sorts of pop culture too, like not just toy stuff, and I love that. Anyway, that's cool. I appreciate that in collectors who are like open to new stuff as well. You know, no offense to my nostalgic toy siblings who are into that, but there's so much out there. Like right now, like again, I'm gonna hold
new stuff.
Like I'm holding up a big blue dude, which granted is World of Warcraft or Warcraft, but still, like we are just getting all sorts of new stuff, and there's a whole world of exciting toys out there. Just this morning, I was trying to decide if I needed to buy these Chinese figures by Damn Toys for the Three Kingdoms, and I was like, okay, when does it stop? But it doesn't.
I feel like there's been in 2025 at least, or maybe the year before, because they might have come for pre-order the year before, but there's like an influx of like new Chinese brands or stuff like that. There's like LingJiHun, Joy Toy and Pop Mart and stuff that are starting to explode with Gong Studios and all that, and the Ninja Turtles from Joy Toy, which they made so many during the year. Like there's 7 or 8 waves and a vehicle coming soon. Like
for folks who Medi Toys, right? Grain Knight, Keep Going Studios, and I could keep going, right? I don't know where Sexy Ice is based. Do you know where Sexy Ice is based?
I would assume China as well, but I'm not sure.
I would too. But
I don't want to make a mistake and say something it's not true, but
yeah, sure. Sexy Ice. I feel like that's something you would have created for a band. But yes, Sexy Ice 2019. If folks are familiar with sort of like the history of Chinese production and Chinese industrialization and manufacturing, we've seen this happen before in other industries, but they are, I agree with you, in the last 2 years, it seems like
they took over.
You know, they've been taking over and been studying. Right? I mean, come on, we should realize like all the factories have been making it. So they have been the artisans and the craftspeople doing this.
We talk about
Four Horsemen. We talk about Four Horsemen, and when it was with McFarlane, or later throughout their years doing stuff for Super 7 and Mattel, or now as Four Horsemen Studios, there was a company in China who would take Eric's amazing sculpts and painting and you know, Corn Boy stuff, and they would replicate it. And it wasn't one Eric, it was like hundreds of Erics. Hundreds of Erics mimicking that or the paint especially. So here we are in 2024. It should be no surprise that they're like, oh yeah, people like that. Oh, we'll make that.
Yeah.
And when we were kids, you know, you talk about stuff you get out of China, and there was this sense of like whether it's propaganda or actual, oh, that's just cheap knockoff, it sucks. And they're
Yeah,
like,
back
oh
then,
yeah.
yeah.
They're
The
like, oh
made in
yeah,
Taiwan toys that
yeah.
nowadays are the real toys.
When they have capital, energy, and time, nah, they you know, they can do some stuff, and it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. Some of these toys, like this is another one. I keep holding them up because they're here. I've just been like obsessed with them. But anyway, we digress. It's a good
I
time to
had
be
to
a toy
remove
collector.
the LingJiHun Ninja Turtles from the table because otherwise I'm always like playing with them. So
Right?
I had
I
to
wanted to
keep them
ask
away.
you about that. That does come up because I know you reviewed that, because I'm really curious. I didn't get them. Essentially, that's the same company as this Medi.
Yeah, it is
Right?
Meti Toys, but
LingJiHun is
the
Medi.
official side
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
The licensed.
Side that can do legit business. But if we
yeah,
put
Pacific Rim and Ninja Turtles so far as
yes,
licenses.
but if we throw samurai armor in, Medi, but and expensive. So okay, we were back to this. We were talking bands. Here's one that maybe you're familiar with. The Cybertronic
that's
Spree. Okay.
awesome that it exists.
Yes, this is one of my current favorites. I was talking to you about this as I was going to bring up the video, and it's like
implicit sexual
this
nature.
message is hilarious. Like we have to warn you about what's implied at this point. But maybe it's even a joke. But what's great is it's gonna be, you know, Transformers that are gonna be maybe doing it. But this stuff is dope. Like aside from the parody, to then take the inspiration of a Kiss, right? And or Alice Cooper, but to the oh, here we go. Hey, to oh, we're getting a lap dance with Soundwave.
A robot.
But to get to the point where you're full on doing like cosplay costumes that are awesome, like this stuff.
They do live shows with those full on costumes and all. It must be like 1,000 degrees under.
Yeah, totally sweaty. But
there's that, and there's Cold Slither, also the G.I. Joe band that they made a real album now. That's with actual like metal musicians that are pretty good in other bands.
100%.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I love the Cybertronic Spree, famously playing off of the polyphonic Spree name. Good stuff. And then yeah, so that's my answer back to your bands. Just something that occurred to me. I love this band. You were telling me movies wise, this was kind of your jam, right?
Yeah, I've been a big fan since the first Clerks.
I love it. Thank you for bringing him up, because it reminds me that there are still nerds who are older than me.
Well, there's my dad if you want.
No, Kevin Smith was that inflection point, right? Of all the things that you and I clearly love, like he jokes about Star Wars, right? And just yes,
hey, speak our language, like we kind of understand what he's saying.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Maybe we were talking about like him and his. I was asking if you listen to his podcast still, but like he really built a whole other thing on podcasting, Smodcast, right?
Empire of podcasting.
Yeah. Yet another great thing, in addition to the Four Horsemen coming out of New Jersey, Kevin Smith. I love it, man. Him and oh my gosh, I'm blanking. What is
Jason Mewes?
No, Fat Man Beyond now. His co-host, dope writer. Oh God, my bad. I love him. I kind of actually love him more than Kevin Smith at this point. Check out Black Man Beyond. Whenever Kevin is out of town, he's just doing his own thing.
Yeah, the episodes are great too. Yeah.
But
he's on his own.
But this whole I respect Kevin Smith so much. I am probably one of the few who is not super crazy over Clerks. Like I love it. It's cool. But I always respected it because, again, you heard a little bit about the punk rock background. DIY was my thing, right? Like,
well, in that case,
DIY till I DIE. And so, the whole indie thing, that's something that I even learned to appreciate around like George Lucas and Star Wars. This thing that I loved happened because George said, no, I don't want to work with the studios. I'm going to do my own thing. and all of the stories around that, like the toy history of him just saying, yeah, no, I don't need to get paid. Let me just control the toy rights.
Yeah, I'll keep the so that's
Crazy.
where the money came. Like,
yeah, thanks to your dad, George
for
Lucas
example.
now has money. And no, it's awesome. So to see Kevin Smith do his thing in the 90s was very cool too, and to hear him talk about it. And then now we said the Smodcast. He recently bought a movie theater there that he sort of has an apartment on top, and he's doing his own thing. I love it. But yeah, this is cool stuff, and ties back to the we're talking about Kickstarter. I work with Spiro, help them out with Animal Wars of the Kingdom. Jason is very much like, I don't know, I just want to do these animals. Like, I've got this idea, this comic. I'm gonna kickstart my comic. Oh, I'm gonna go back to it, do the comic again. Oh, I'm gonna do action figures. Oh no, this time I want to do it bigger,
small, and then another scale. And
yeah, there's something about that DIY kind of indie punk rock. Just like, no, let's just do it. And so that's a lesson to the kids. Keep that up, because we need it. We really need it. And to think about all the stuff that he's put into the culture, right? That 94. Were you born yet? No. Yes, you were. You were 8. You're 8.
Yeah, so it's maybe a couple of years after that. But
I was graduating high school and going into college, but yes. Good stuff. And speaking of, man, it's all parody. It's all the stuff that makes sense to me that that you'd be all over it. I love that. That makes sense. I'm understanding ToyFarce now. Okay, what about comedians? This is one that you were bringing up. You're into comedy as well, stand-up comedy.
I do listen to a lot of stand-up and all that, because that always does the job to make me laugh as well.
Yep, like, I love that.
Ricky Gervais, Bill Burr, Jim Gaffigan, many others, like the type of humor. There's funny in every of them. Like, it's not like necessarily just one that has. I can say I have a favorite. Like, I really like just a bunch of like Chappelle and everybody has some sketches that have made me laugh at some point. So
yep. Well, what's hilarious too is that there's also, because we keep saying pop culture. I keep saying pop culture, or nerd culture. But really, at this point, we're talking about Bill Burr. Like, nerd culture is the culture, right? It is essentially. And so the dude is now in freaking Star Wars, which is
and hilarious. He hates Star Wars, and that's
he hates it. It's a fascinating world we are living in. That's cool.
I made a post a while ago that Hasbro is doing like a wave of stand-up comedians, because there was like Kumail Nanjiani from Eternals, Bill Burr from Star Wars, MODOK had what's his name? Damn it, Patton Oswalt. MODOK was voicing.
Patton. Oh, dude, he's in everything.
Animated show, yeah.
But unlike Bill Burr, Patton Oswalt is the same DNA as you and me. Like, he's freaking like,
he's hilarious as well. Yeah, I have his book and everything. Is super funny.
Nerd, I love it. Bill Burr, you were mentioning his recent thing in the whole like business around Saudi Arabia and him getting criticized for it. I'll answer back with I'll share one. Hey, look, it's that. That's funny. Here.
Don't look.
Now you've seen. No, I don't mind. But see, this is whack. This is what happens when you let the when you let the links in your browser sit too long. So he also was did the Saudi Arabia thing, and I definitely have my feelings about that, and Saudi Arabia in particular. But comedy, man, I think there's something gold about comedy that loosens us, that makes us laugh. But I will say, as I brought up with Weird Al, there's a type of intelligence that happens with like accordion playing and then figuring out a joke and figuring out what's funny and like being able to observe the world
in a different way.
Yes. And help us see the laugh at ourselves to learn. And I will say, have you watched this yet?
Not yet, no. But it's on my watch list along with thousands of other stuff right now.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I've been going through like taking clips and stuff, but he addresses the Saudi Arabia thing, which is in a hilarious way, multiple ways. But dude, again, comedy makes me laugh, but there's a awareness about the world that he's in to find the funny stuff. And it actually reminds me of what you do with toys. Like it's the same kind of thing, right? You're
there
living
was
the
a
toy
French
life.
comedian that said something similar recently. He was saying that we see the world differently, like we see the funny in stuff that are not funny, or sometimes people don't realize. And he explained in the sketch, he tells an example that he was with his wife or something, and they saw her ex or something like that, and she was like, "Oh, look, that was my ex, this guy." And he just looked at him and he said, "He walks funny, because he was walking with kind of a bout." That she said she had been with him for 8 years and she never noticed. And immediately he sees it and he's like, "Hey, he walks like a duck or something." And so like we just catch the little funny thing in the
Absolutely. There's an observational awareness, 100%. Check out the Dave Chappelle. I would highly recommend it to people. The other one that I would recommend is Being Eddie. Have you seen this one?
I haven't. That's the latest one. I haven't checked yet. No,
it's a documentary.
One is a classic.
Yeah, and it's a documentary about his life, and he kind of revisits all of that stuff, but also you learn about him. And it's similar to our conversation about you and your bands and growing up with toys. You kind of see where he came from and where he ended up. And I mean, there was a time period where I think people were like, "Oh, he's not funny anymore. Look, he's doing whatever was a Dr. Doolittle or whatever. Oh, that's so far from what he did as Raw or Delirious." But
he had children, so yeah.
But if you watch this, you see I see where his thinking is. And like, you just can't stop. You can't stop being creative. You can't stop trying different things. Like, yeah, he was Eddie Murphy, SNL, Raw, Delirious, but he was a bunch of different Eddies, and he's there. Some great stuff. Some comedy that I think needs to be said right now too. Some good stuff. So check that out. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's shift to toys. ToyFarce. Toy adjacent, I should say. So if you haven't figured it out, this dude is a funny dude, and if you go through his streams, you'll see all sorts of stuff. Basically, you like you said, you're writing every couple of days over on Toy News Toy News Toy News International, like these posts. But then there's Toy Memes Tuesday, where you'll do a hashtag and you're just kind of pulling out those stuff, and then just whatever comes up.
Memes that I found or that I made from something that made me react to the previous week or something.
And so we'll get, like something like this that I know a lot of collectors can relate to. I swear we are not rich by any means. We are Filipino. My parents are Filipino immigrants that came to the States. But my parents randomly, and my brother can correct me. I know for a fact it was a Christmas. It was this Christmas, and we had this under the tree. I don't know what my parents were thinking. Well, I do know what my parents were thinking.
Like, you don't have to preface with like we were not rich or anything. It's back then it didn't cost anything. I remember my dad was working. My mom was just a stay-at-home mom, and somehow I had toys in Christmas as well. It's like back then it was just way cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, it was way cheaper, but it was still a lot for their thing. But granted, my parents bought their house for like less than $30,000.
Yeah, same.
But this was amazing. And the joke of it is that I think we built it twice. Once right after Christmas, it sat in the room and it literally fit the whole room. Like you couldn't be in this bedroom. So we had to take it apart. And then once when I was in high school, I was like, dude, that thing's been sitting in the closet. I need to see what it looks like again. And I built it again. Same thing. It couldn't last more than a day that time because it just took up too much space. But this is hilarious. And it marks the time. A thing that only, so many toy people would understand. Now you're mixing pop culture. This is very internet, 21st century, all elements from, different aspects of the culture mixed in together. But yes.
Yeah, whenever there's memes that are like from a pop culture show, let's say, for example, now there's Stranger Things, there's going to be tons of memes from the last few episodes. I'll probably find one that I can turn into some toy related thing. And
again, it's a copy of a copy of a copy. Because Stranger Things is like, But Stranger Things itself is a copy of a copy of a copy. It's like, I love it. It's fun. It's fun as hell. Yeah. Were there ones that you were like generally like especially proud of? Like, do you ever go like, damn, I did that?
There are some that are still shared today every now and then that I'm like, I did that. That's like nice.
Anything comes to mind? I don't know if I could find it real quick, but is there anything?
I don't know if I posted recently, but there was try to scroll down just a bit. There's probably in the last few weeks. If there one that I was thinking of, yeah, there you go, the mint in box collector.
I love this one.
Christmas tree.
Dude,
that was one of the first I did that I had seen a meme that someone said like, you don't even need to build the bed table. And there's just the alarm clock on top of the box. And I was like, that's totally a mint in box collector. And I just shared it.
Yes, I love it. And this is, you go in hard, because I think one of the most hilarious things, you know, shout out to my friend Quip, who's a mint in box collector. But mint in box collecting is its own thing. Yeah, it's its own thing. And you go in hard, and there's this one, and then there was this another one of my favorites. I don't know that this was this yours or was this from somebody else?
That's from a Mike, the
Mike Case
with Secret
Galaxy.
Yeah.
This is great. I love it because there's just this thing about.
He posted the picture and I just added the text with his permission, and he was like, go ahead, that's fun.
Yeah, it's like so there you go, collaboration. But just in terms of this is one of those things where if you're not in the culture, the toy collecting thing, you're like, I don't really get it.
Over.
Because there's like, you have to understand toy photography, you have to know mint in box collecting, outdoor photography, like everyone take it to the snow. It's fantastic. And such yeah, absolutely. I love it. And this is great. This is hilarious. And probably a lot easier every season. You do the occasional, you know, sincere posts as well. I saw this.
There were some funny ones that made me smile. So I was like, it's toy related, close enough.
Yeah.
He said,
this is legit.
I did build the
right?
Rockstar.
This
was
is
in an
legit.
interview. There is the interview on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And I love it because you know, me and my brother are big toy nerds, but also this person like kind of highlights it. Wait, is it here? No, it was you. Was it you? Yes, it was you who pointed out.
So enthroned building a Lego set that's like so wild.
Again, it's in the layers of stuff, right? That's funny. I used to be amazed by like Patrick Stewart and Ian McClellan, and just like, damn, those two get together and it's like Star Wars or Star Trek, you know. And Christopher Lee. You throw those guys in and you've got like all my favorite stuff in one room.
Yeah.
Going back to the old horror films. But yeah, that's amazing. It's cool, man. It's super fun. And I appreciate what you do because I think it reminds people to just lighten up while also, I think, being very like, remind us of some cool pop culture like this one, which believe it or not, I still haven't seen this movie.
What?
I still haven't seen this movie. No, there's one of those. Like,
you need to see that movie.
I know. I 100% do. I still get the joke, but the fact that this part, thanks, Annie. It's great. There's layers, man.
Or Jack Lloyd.
But again, there's mint box collectors, man. Wow. But loose. It's good stuff, man. And again, you do the reviews, which is cool. So definitely check out ToyFarce on Toy News International because that's where all the stuff is. I should have said this up front. The QR code is there and the link is there. All this stuff will be linkable as you go. So it's every couple of days you post, yeah?
Mondays and Fridays, and the reviews on Wednesdays. So like every 2 days, except the weekend.
Dude, do you stop? Because your internet, your IG just goes every couple of days too. So that means every day of the week.
Yeah, there's something every day.
That's intense. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit and talk to me about these because you did this review.
Check the post after that because it's just a picture from the review, so then you can see them.
Yes, I have it.
There you go.
This one, but then also when your size comparison made me laugh too. But talk to me about so they're good, huh?
They are pretty great. Like, well, you know the feel of the N.E.W.S Toys figure from the World of Warcraft one, so you can imagine that's the same. They move really nicely. They feel kind of heavy, but not like too much. Like they look great. They pose great. Everything.
And yeah, I mean, they've worked out even with the shell to be able to get it to sort of move out, like removable, right?
Yeah, you can remove it, and it reveals a butt. Somehow they have a butt now.
But I'm assuming that allows for it to move.
Yeah, it's just one peg, like at the top. Let's say at the 1/3 of the, so you can kind of push it sideways and all that if you need to make poses where they are on the side.
Well, here's another thing, really just like that
There's
movie.
There's tons of accessories and all there.
Yeah, N.E.W.S does not skimp on accessories. And, they're not the cheapest toys. Let's be fair. I get it. People are like, oh, I can
those
buy
were
turtles
$90, 80, 90 bucks.
Yeah. We were joking about the N.E.W.S Toys versions with the exclusive ones with the samurai stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's my jam.
Why don't they make them? Why don't they just release them?
I don't know. I'm assuming maybe it's a license thing. I don't even know how they figured that out because they released it as N.E.W.S.
Yeah, exclusive for Wonderfest.
Yeah, in that market. But these things look really great. Just like that movie. What is that movie? I got one, or he got one. The superhero movie toy that we were just talking about with Anakin.
Jingle All the Way.
So I haven't seen that. I also don't actually own a modern Ninja Turtles figure. I own a Splinter by Fury Toys. Okay. I've got Mutagen Man.
Those ones are great. I can't wait for the next ones.
But I don't have any turtles.
Okay. Wow.
So
why
this? I've got this 4 Horsemen, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. There's a certain size, right? Because they're taller.
Yes.
And then there's a Conan the Barbarian meets Masters of the Universe science fiction fantasy thing. So generally, aesthetically, there's a thing.
Yeah, it doesn't fit. Yeah.
So the Fury Toys do, because they've got that like pseudo, feudal Japan thing.
Yeah.
But they're small. So these got me really excited, especially with the armor. And I was going to get those until we found out how much they cost and how hard they are. But I might get these. I'll see. Just the regular standalone turtles. They're cool for sure. And I'm really curious. But I like seeing the comparisons because I think it's kind of funny. Like there's a humor to it. Come on now, Playmates. But still, Playmates are awesome. They're just for different types of collections and collectors.
Well, that's what I had as a kid growing up. That got me into this mess in the first place.
Yeah, and the fact that you can get new versions, whether it's this that's kind of like trying to be more of a straight reproduction, or these that are
texture that looks terrible,
or you get the Super 7 that's trying to give you that nostalgia, but like trying to up it up a little bit. So it's really cool, like all these different options. That's the thing about Turtles, man. This brand is truly.
There's a few. Yeah.
This is I laugh again. I'm going through this, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, oh! But I appreciate.
They have the same ends, like the 3 fingers.
Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to make a joke about it, but I didn't remember to write something on the picture.
It's there. It's implicit. You got to warn about the implicit. Very cool. Yeah, no, I'll check them out. They pose really well. I've seen the different reviews. It's definitely something I am very, very interested in. So check the reviews. You did this one. There was also the Deadpool one. But for the Deadpool one, I also want to point out.
It's the latest one I posted, so that will be like at the top.
Here, let's digress real quick because I was there for a second. Oh, now see, now I said digress, and now I can't find it. Where was that Xenomorph? 52 Toys Xenomorph. What do you think? What do you think?
It's nice, but really fragile. Like kind of flimsy, I would say. You have it as well?
Yeah, I do. And
okay.
Sorry, random. I ask everybody this. I just want to make sure I'm not alone. This head does not turn because of those little pipe things on the neck.
Yeah,
Is that right?
I put it in the review. You can
Oh,
put
you
him
did.
like
Okay,
looking
I haven't
up.
read the review.
Yeah,
So annoying. That's my
it's
biggest
because
annoyance.
you can put him like walking on the wall or something, because then the head doesn't bend that
Yeah.
way.
Not only does it not bend, but you can't turn either, right? Because it's locked in.
Only a little, yeah.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. Shout out to Yoshi. Love the sculpt.
Yeah,
I love all his redesign.
Do you also have the side of the hip? There is like a small part that hides the articulation that mine keeps falling off. Like I have to put it back every 5 seconds. It's annoying.
These pieces?
Yeah.
Mine
the one on the left side, just like if I move the leg, it falls off, and I've just put it back in, and then it stays, but it just falls all the time. It's annoying.
Yeah, and that's the other piece. There's like a different school of thought, it seems like, amongst toy makers and toy buyers, where like in Japan, there's a lot of these toys that are very much the fiddly thing. Like, of course, Revoltech famously, but even like the old Bandai SICs, they didn't move much, and it's very much about the aesthetics. And every now and then the arm will pop off. And I guess if you're like used to growing up with like model kits, maybe you just don't mind it as like it's an accepted part of how they're supposed to be to them.
There's always a loose part somewhere whenever you build a Gundam or something. There's like, my shoulder is loose. Or
it's interesting. It's just like a part of these cultural things that if you're in it, you just don't notice. Yeah, these damn things. It's so annoying. I was thinking of modding it. I was like, why am I? Yeah, I don't. We are stupid people. You know this more than anyone. Oh, and you also got this one.
Yeah, I went all in with 52 toys, except for the Prometheus guy, because
that's right.
I
remember that
albino guy
on the Toy Migos Discord. You mentioning that you went hardcore into all things 52 toys.
Yeah, I grabbed it like the Beast box as well, because I've never had a Beast box and I wanted to see how they do. And it's like one of the hardest toy to transform I've ever had, and I will never touch it again.
We're cut from the same cloth. I always want to try different things just to see. I brought this up because just as a reminder that you're also taking the photos. Like this is all you, and the poses are real cool. The setups are cool. Do you have like
my kitchen counter?
Love it. I love it. This shot in particular. So you've got a bunch of dios too as part of your collection, and you're able to...
I have a few from 78 points of articulation, which I was his first purchase ever. Like every now and then, I always put like a cherry because I popped this cherry. With the street that's behind Deadpool now. It was his first duo, and I was the first customer, the first guy to DM him like, I want one.
Dude, I love that dude, and his work is amazing. Great guy. And I realized you were number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
And I systematically forget every week to add in the description like diorama by 78. I told him like, sorry, I completely forget all the time. But if anyone asks, I will gladly mention like
of course
diorama is from this guy.
He does great stuff. But yeah, you're taking all the photos too. You do a lot of toy photography aside from the reviews. Like, do you have like a stash somewhere of just your photos?
I used to, but nowadays it's more for the reviews, I guess. Like I haven't just taken a diorama out and put a figure in front and all just for the purpose of taking one picture. Like nowadays I just take like a bunch of pictures and to post as a review, or even as a post on Instagram, just many in a row. I don't know why I kind of have this stuff that I'm like, I'm here, I have the diorama set ready and all. Why should I just take one? I'll make a few and try different things.
Yeah, 100%.
But then I see the work of people like Trevor, 1/6 shooter, and all that. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's what.
Yeah, it's true.
If I knew what I was doing, it would probably look like that.
No, you know what you're doing. It's just it's a different function. It's a different function. It's dope. I love it.
Yeah,
good stuff, man. Again, creative people are funny people, are clearly thoughtful people. You just, it sometimes gets lost in the comedy, but it's there. All right. Let's talk ephemera and then we'll close out. I just realized, oh, look at us. This I thought was a perfect toy for you. You even mentioned it in your reviews. But so this is, for those unfamiliar, there is a new, what are the names of these movies? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah. The Seth Rogen and company take on Ninja Turtles. There is a sequel coming. And in the sequel, this is so meta. In the sequel, now that they're revealed to the public, there is some toy company out there doing knockoffs without licensing the product, making cheap, old school knockoffs of the Ninja Turtles called, what are they called? The Tubular Tortoise Karate Warriors. And shout out to Playmates.
In universe, like in their in their own lore. That's like crazy.
If you haven't watched the trailer, they're doing like holiday shopping or something, and they see a TV commercial on in one of the windows, and they're like, "What is this?" And it seems like they're going to go figure it out. They're going to go find this company, etc. But shout out to Playmates.
The commercial is like completely 80s, or like see those action figures,
I love it. But it's also 80s and 90s extreme, right? There's a little bit of extreme. But
monsters.
I love that Playmates totally leaned into it. I don't know if it's Playmates or the movie company or whose idea this was, but shout out to them for leaning into the parody of it and the layered inception of it. Playmates posted this. It's been brought to our attention that Authentic Imitations Toy Company has made Tubular Tortoise Karate Warriors action figures, a clear copy of our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys. I love it. Horsabunga. This is the commercial, and then the packaging is dope too. They're packed as 2-packs, so you get the movie character and then they're knockoffs. So you get Nardo, and you said you've got them
Ralph.
Incoming.
Yeah, I have them on the way right now. Like I should get them in the next couple of days, and I will post a review as soon as I get them for sure.
I haven't checked to see if these are on shelves yet here in Target.
There should be, because they're on the website
at
least. Target. So.
Okay. I love it. Ralph and Danny and Mark. It's so well done. And so shout out to the folks doing the movie, the layers of comedy there, but also Playmates for doing it. Of course, famously, Playmates, this might be like one of the later versions of Turtles that Playmates gets to do, because they're closing that door.
They still have 12 months to figure it out. I guess maybe we'll see what happens.
I honestly, aside from these,
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, aside from these, there weren't a whole lot of Playmates Turtles that I found interesting, except for like these and the kaiju ones. Those are dope. They did those, right?
Yeah, the Godzilla crossover ones. Yeah,
those are badass.
The funny thing about those ones is that they released the teaser for the movie like on, let's say, a Friday night or something like that. And I was thinking immediately, I saw that and I was like, I'm going to make a post that they're going to release them as a joke. And then the next day they announced them.
Yeah, I saw that and they beat you to it.
I post saying like, Playmates beat me to it.
Yep. Yep, they got you. They see you like, no, you're too slow. You're too slow. But yeah, these are incredible. They are available. This is just sort of their post. But they're I love that they just leaned into the goofiness and the crappiness of the
I hope
the
they
toy.
feel like bootlegs as well, like kind of soft plastic and all. That would be the best.
They fall apart like your 52 toys.
Yes.
More. Okay, that's one piece. Another piece, a shout out. This toy is fantastic. I got to handle the Yeti version. My brother got the Yeti version, and I was just looking at him and trying to understand the body. But I bring this up because, one, I think it's incredible. And I hope that more companies lean into at least the fur. I'm not super into hair, not because I don't like dolls. I love dolls. But something on the humans, it never quite works to me. But when you're talking like a beast and fur, it can get matted, it can look ugly, and it can still work, right? So I look at this.
Hot Toys Chewbacca, for example, they always look like a complete mess. Like, it's like, what is that?
But for
you have
this,
to learn to style it and all. It's like, I don't want to do that.
But if you're talking to like a Yeti that's supposed to look fugly and matted and like the hand,
scruffy,
or Krampus in this case, fantastic. And there was a sense of humor to Mezco in general. Particularly my favorite stuff from theirs is this stuff, the Rumble Society stuff, and their own 112. Their characters that I love. It's like Operation Monster Force, but without really trying to be serious at all. Right? It's that, but it's like, I don't know, it's a bug with a gun. Go with it. Like there's no need to build in a serious story arc necessarily. They're just like, he's Batman in the snow, dressed as Santa Claus, go with it. And there's something just fresh and fun about this stuff. And shout out to Henrock, because his photos are dope, showing off this stuff.
Dope photos all the time.
Shout out and congrats for getting that. Doing this stuff. It's great. I don't really have anything more to say other than it's dope. Are you? Did you buy into these at all? The 2-pack?
It is dope. No, I don't have any Rumble Society figures. I buy some of their more licensed stuff. Like I have the Beetlejuice on the way right now, for example, which I can't wait to see. Their Batmans and Jokers that they made, all the various ones, and the Silent Hill Pyramid Head guy and all that. Like just like random stuff from various franchises, but I don't have any of their own stuff actually.
That's neat. That's interesting because, again, I think there's just a humor to them and a fun but yeah, there's all sorts of aspects.
There is, yeah. I really liked Vapor, like the graffiti guy. That figure looks just awesome, but I was like, I have no space no shelf that it fits in somehow. So
I love it. I love that we're like, I just can't get any more, and we have to find a reason, but then it's
the
like
mental gymnastics there.
Totally. It's like you don't have space for anything, not just for Mezco. You don't have space, period. But that's okay. I have a shelf for that. Okay, cool. Okay, speaking of random things that you don't need that maybe you didn't know exist, this is what I was referring to earlier. So this is an account called Mogwai. They actually do all sorts of gremlins, like just custom gremlins, and these are like awesome, fantastic, expensive, like works of art. But this is one that they were sharing for the holidays. It's a Grinch that I think is just particularly cool. It's amazing how much personality can be captured in a sculpt. And you're like, oh yeah, that is the Grinch, but it's also the Mogwai. Killer stuff.
It looks really cool.
And it's great copywriting too. $300, 23 centimeters tall. Sorry. Stupid American. And
it's like 8 or 9 inches.
Yeah. It's cool stuff, man. It's clearly like handcrafted, really well done. If you want to check out some of these, but just really, really great work. They'll do like the ones that we know, and then they'll obviously like mess with here's the making of. They'll mess with other properties, awesome, kind of mixing them in.
How many like, let's say for example that Grinch one, do they have like just a limited number, or do they just make
they didn't list? Yeah, they didn't list it, or at least I didn't see it. But
that's nice.
You can see the work that goes into it. They definitely are not doing these in the thousands.
Yeah.
You know, it's a totally like bespoke. So cool. And it's got, I don't know if you saw the joints. It's like those tripods that you see, the ball joint ones. So this thing can really, really move. Love it. Look at all that. That's art, man. That's my thing, man. I love funny things. I love creative things. And I feel like there's this overlap. There's a brain
definitely
thing. Look at that. Did you see the shaving? He was like shaving the fur, or she was shaving the fur.
Styling the back and all. I had a life-size Gremlins like statue at home growing up. So that's something that I can definitely see.
Was that yours or your dad's?
My dad's.
Wow.
Also a life-size E.T. Like, because of course, who doesn't grow up with a life-size E.T. in their living room when they...
Did you put it like in a pile of stuffed animals too? Put the ET in a pile of stuffed animals?
No, because he's really big. But yeah, that would have been fun. It was like a huge space, so it would be annoying to move around. But yeah.
Well, shout out to Mogwai, one of those things, random ephemera I want folks to check out. It's not exactly action figures, but it's still pretty damn cool. Look at that. Branding and everything. Mogwai. Okay, a couple more. I was mentioning to you, I love this modern era where we have customizers. If the companies aren't gonna, take a license that they don't have rights to and make toys of it, somebody can just do it. And monkeying, I've been following this account, showed a bunch of their stuff. They do some of the best customs because there is no limits, right? They're not like, they have no problem taking the Powerpuff Girls aesthetic and trying to translate that into like, this might be a Mezco version or something, right? And I love that kind of translation.
That looks really cool. I wonder if there's like the other bad guys also from the Powerpuff Girls, that like the guy on the side that we see in the GIF saying that's the evilest thing I can imagine. Like this guy, for example, with the crab hands and all that.
He has not done that yet, but I wouldn't put it past him. And he'll do like he'll do one and then jump to another, probably like an Adventure Time, and then come back, circle back, and kind of keep adding to it.
All the Cartoon Network classics.
Have you? So are you new to this? Is this a new one to you?
I've seen the Pinocchio Rings a Bell, for example. I've seen the feed, but yeah, some of the.
It's pretty amazing stuff, dude. Like this is one that I know a lot of people are chasing because they want Hanna-Barbera. Right? Every time June is like on a stream, they're like, "How about this Hanna-Barbera character and this Hanna-Barbera?" And you can wait, or you can be like Monking and just kick ass.
Make your own. Yeah.
Collaborate with some great people doing all the soft goods and stuff, and make your own. This Falcon is, and was it Wonder Mutt? What was his name? Dynomutt. But this also reminds me, it's kind of like proof of concept of like if they were to do a live action-ish movie, what it might be like. I don't need the movie, like, and we all know that they're often not good. So just give me this, and I can run the movie in my head. Anyway, check out Monking,
like Patrick Warburton kind of
totally
like, when he played the Tick. It kind of looked like the same face. Yeah,
I showed this
Dexter
a while back.
That's awesome.
How badass is that, right? And then check out the actual mech. So cool. Talented mother.
Yeah.
We looked at this.
Customize a bit? I don't at all. So
very little. Like I actually going on the fur thing and the shaving and the fur. I have a bunch of fur, and I like to kind of what do I have available? But there are some things that I like to do with that kind of thing. Like there was a Masterverse thing that I've done, or taking some wrestling figures and turning them into like barbarians, because the wrestling figures. Yeah.
Need a muscular body, there you go.
Yeah, or like the women, because the wrestling figures also, for the longest time up until recently, I would say on the domestic toy scene, right, they're the ones doing plenty of women figures because of the wrestlers, versus now the imports are giving us all sorts of awesome, the Fury Toys blank body, and what's that other one recently that everyone's talking about on the Toy Migos with the horns?
Not that.
You know what I'm talking about, the one with the.
But there's the Xesray one that like everybody got in the last few weeks. That everybody posted pics of it,
including this nerd. Great bodies, and variety, right? Big hips, like everything. Like there were some of the what are those ones that snail shell? They've got like the mummy girl with the gigantic proportions, like. That's super cool. I don't know how do we get in on the women thing, but the wrestling figures. So
they were the ones
I've taken so they'll do that, and they'll do like people that we just don't normally see in action figures, like the wrestling. I know, are you a wrestling guy?
Yeah, huge into wrestling.
I'm not, but I'm aware enough. But what is the name of the Fatui, the Pacific Islander, Tongan, Samoan family dynasty?
The Anoa'i, like the bloodline. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso.
So we don't get nearly enough Pacific Islander action figures. So like I'll grab those and put fur, and all of a sudden they're like hanging out with Hilder, and that's just a thing that I love to do. I should take more pictures of them. But anyway. Let's see, what else is there? Anything more? I showed your photos, which I loved, and I think
thank you.
Yeah, dude, I think that was it, man. Thank you for hanging out and all you do. Seriously, like, I was really happy to say goodbye to 2025. Hopefully 2026 is better. but the laughter that you and smiles that you brought to my face, in addition to just toys that make me happy, I really appreciate it. It's funny stuff, man. So
thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, and I love this
try
intersection.
to continue in 2026.
Yeah, don't all of a sudden get all serious on us, and maybe consider bringing back Circoncision, because
I wish.
I think I need to go check out a Circoncision live. How do you say the band name in French?
Circoncision.
Circoncision. I need to see that band, dude. That's epic. I'm going to be listening to that.
There is a live clip on YouTube that you can find, because there was a song we did with the video clip with like an exaggerated choreographed dance, and in the live you can see the people in the crowd doing
what's the do you know the title of it? Let's close with that.
Papillon de lumière. So that's gonna be like
I know lumière. I know that word. Here you go. Papillon. Gotcha. Papillon.
Like that's the original clip. Look at the number of views somehow.
This is the one with
like why?
Holy crap.
I still get notifications that people are commenting it and all, and I'm like, why? It hasn't like been relevant in like 15 years.
Oh, come on, dude. This is evergreen. Dude in the this is evergreen content right here. Look at that.
Yeah, obviously.
Where's the live? So in the live band, you said that there's footage of a live show in here?
No, well, there's this song in a live gig where the people are doing the same dance and all. Like,
oh, got it. Okay, so this is the video.
Yeah, this is the original. Wait a few seconds. Now there's gonna be the moment we're waiting for.
Oh, sorry. In here?
1 second, and that would be this part that they do. Like people in the crowd were doing that. Those gestures.
Those awesome. Here we go, live. Let's check it out. In Paris.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then I will watch the live video. I got to check this out. And I will definitely put this all in the link. So folks, use that QR code in the bottom over there. The URL is at the bottom. You can access the links there, and basically links to everything that we saw in the show. Dude, ToyFarce, thank you so much. This is amazing. This is amazing. I love it, man. I appreciate what you do so much. Thank you for hanging out, man.
Thank you for having me. That's a pleasure.
100%. I'm glad to make it work because it's a great way to kick off 2026. Who knows how this is going to play out on Sunday in terms of when it'll air, but folks are going to see your music career, and they're gonna revisit. No. They're gonna see ToyFarce in a whole other light. Love it. Hey, man. So check out ToyFarce on toynewseye.com. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Wednesdays being the reviews. Check out his Instagram. All those links are there. He's got something for you to laugh at every single day. Thank you, man. It was a pleasure hanging out. It's a little bit longer than I thought it would be, as always. But I hope that was okay. All right, folks. Thank you to everybody who was watching live with us. If you're watching on the replay, do all the things. Comments would be great. Tells the algorithm that, yes, do the comments, because that's how we will eventually, maybe 15 years from now, get 250,000 views, just like Circoncision. All right, man. Thank you. Here we go. This is the pro end. Thank you. Good night. I'm going to play music and we're going to say goodbye. Bye, folks.
Bye-bye.
Papillon de Lumière coming out. I think he would